so traffic. Okay, so I hope we had a nice day, a productive day, and how is Namatan? God is good. Okay, so we have just 1 minute to go, then we can start, because we can't be waiting for all day for everybody. So as more people come in, they would be joining us, because we actually don't have all the time and we have to move on. Okay, guys, so my name is Timothy Olumide, and thank you for coming around for this webinar. I've started recording already, so whosoever wills to have to watch those videos later, I pray all works fine and they are able to access the recording. All right, guys, thank you for coming once again. I'm Timothy Olumide, and I'm the founder of Another Vision, and that's some of the things aside from my name. That's under where I do many of the things that I do, like this webinar, like this workshop, like different training, digital literacy training, marketing, and all that. So we actually try to all our best to make sure that the age that we live in, recognizing the fact that we live in an age of computer technology, that there is actually limit to how far you can go or what you can do outside technology today. And even if you are not making use of technology, you're going to be depriving yourself of so many opportunities that could have helped you to do your job better, or of course, and to make more profit. And you don't actually have to spend all the time doing those things. So if we are not actually aware of some of these tools, we are probably not helping ourselves in a way. So this is what Maranatha Vision was established, and of course there are different compartments of the organization, or notwithstanding, this is just one of them. All right, so we've organized different webinars, and of course you can always check through our YouTube channel to check the number of videos that we have, tutorials that we've recorded before, that you can actually leverage on, that you can watch to make certain decisions. We've made videos on registering your business with Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria. We've made videos on how you can get tax identification number, which are part of the criteria that you need to open corporate account for your business. We've done that. We've also done videos, courses on digital marketing, on lead generation and all that. So, but in this episode, we actually want to talk about artificial intelligence and how they affect, our lives, our businesses, or what have you. Okay, so lately there has been this, the mantra of, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence actually has been, on for many years. It's not a novel research. Of course, recently there have been loads of, light being shown on this concept, but artificial intelligence has been, it's a long time research. It's a research that has been on for, I mean, since the 50s or 60s. But today now, it's leaving the lab of the computer scientists or computer researchers into our daily lives. Okay. The recent one that was launched was the Chat GPT, which I'm still coming back to. But on this episode, I want to address what exactly is AI. AI is actually just the short term for this acronym for artificial intelligence. It's called AI, and also unleash its power to make more money and boost your productivity in year 2023. So guys, like I'm showing my face because just to be able to, introduce myself. I didn't want to do that initially because I have loads of, activities on my table. So I just feel I should just do this. Then because I have another meeting, then another presentation coming up after this. So, but notwithstanding, I think we are good this way, right? Okay. What is AI? Artificial intelligence is the application of computational reasoning. Like perhaps you can say a pattern of thinking and acquiring knowledge, that is learning techniques, to problems of planning, information processing, self-organization, adaptation, and problem solving that far exceed the scope of the intellect of a single human being. Of course, that is simply what artificial intelligence is. There have been lots of, questions and arguments, that sometimes people will be like, okay, will these machines that are being talked about take our job from us someday? Will they send us out of our jobs? Will they have to, you know, will people prefer to use machine instead of human beings? And most of the time, my answer has always been that I don't think so. I can't see that happening. Even in the days of robots, humanoid, when people will talk about, oh, robots, we heard a particular robot is helping them to serve, um, to cook Indomie in China. Then there is another robot somewhere that has performed operation on people. There is another. Then before you know what was happening, people say, they are going to take our job. But how many machines would have to be developed? How many robots can perform surgery right now? How many robots can make Indomie? How many robots can? I mean, even if that would be happening, it's not something that will be happening anytime soon, right? So we are still here. And I usually tell people that I think the best approach to be is to make sure that we work hand in hand. Like, how can I use machine to achieve my aim? How can I use machines or these applications to do things that I want to do? Then at the same time, that is number two. Then the third point for me, why I believe that no, if that's going to happen, it's not going to be anything. No machine is going to replace humanity. Is because these machines are products of human logic. They are products of human, thinking capacity. They are developed to function that way. So how can I develop a system that will send me out of job? That is that I can't see any logic in that. Okay, so of course I understand the place of innovation, the place of creativity there. Sometimes the evolution, the furtherance, the emergence of innovation sometimes will probably kill some jobs and give life to some jobs. And that's part of the things that I want us to actually talk about tonight. That in year 2023, what will workspace or workplace look like in year 2023, particularly for companies they're actually aware of certain, systems and applications that have been developed to fasten our jobs and to help us do them better. So one of the things that we can do for ourselves is to make sure that we are also aware of these tools. I read an article somewhere, and the person was talking about how startups would probably have to lay off some of their workforce because they will have to leverage on artificial intelligence to do those things. But the reality is that the question is, how can they lay off people how can a company who is yet to understand how those applications work lay off people that can actually do those jobs before they start, making use of the applications? The reality is that you still need to feed application to know what to do, and you need people to do that. So if people are saying that, okay, startups, they may not probably need to hire people because artificial intelligence will do them. Artificial intelligence still needs people to train them on how to function. So you'll probably still have your job by 2023. Of course, I'm not promising you that. But even if you're going to be having the job by 2023, if you have an opportunity to work in a, to work in a startup that does, let's say, digital marketing agency, how about you learning how to do your job better using those applications? Okay, so artificial intelligence is simply an application. It's a pattern of logic. It's a pattern of reasoning of computers, or they are called algorithms, right? So problems planning, information processing, self-organization, it can work on itself, but at the same time, it actually still needs you to work. So, but at the same time, they can do things, they can help you do your job in a better way. Okay, so let's move on. I want to talk about 3 popular applications, AI applications you may not know yet. Yes, application, like I said earlier, artificial intelligence has been, on for a number of years and time, and they've been experimented with, but recently we've been having them as, apps on our phones. We've been having them as, what do you call it now? We've been having them as websites to visit, as web applications. We've been having them as phone applications, of which before they were machines. Okay, they were like, machines that you can function, that you can instruct in a particular way to do certain things for you. The first thing is Alexa. How many of us have actually heard about Alexa before? Amazon's Alexa or Google Assistant? You can just unmute yourself and just tell us what you know about these applications, whether either Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. Which of them have you used before? Which of them have you heard before?
Okay, I have heard about the 2 of them, but I've only used one. I've used Google Assistant. I don't think I've used Amazon's Alexa. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, you have used Alexa before?
I've used Google Assistant before, but I've not used Alexa.
Okay, you've used Google. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Google Assistant before. Okay.
That Amazon's Alexa is kind of new to me, so I'm hearing that for the first time. But the Google Assistant is what I know of, at least. Although I really don't use it like that, but these I've heard quite a number of things about it.
All right. Alexa actually is a form of application that usually comes with smart TV that we are using today. you have smart TV, then you can also have it in your car. Then you can have it in your, a number of these giant tech companies. Alexa is for Amazon. Google Assistant is owned by Google. Then we have Siri by Apple. So they are made to receive instruction and to give you output. Like for example, on Amazon's Alexa, now if you are using any of their products in your room, you can just say, Alexa, what time is it in Texas? And you're gonna get your answer because they are configured to reply you. So using a virtual assistant like Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant to perform tasks like setting alarms, playing music, or answering questions. For example, if you use like on smart TV, you can tell Alexa switch to CNN, and you're going to have that. Alexa, I'm currently, so you can have it functions like a digital assistant. Then they can also receive instructions and carry out those instructions that you want them to. Then the same goes with Apple phone and Siri. Apple phone and Siri. I mean, sometimes some of us, we have seen this before. Apple Watch. They can actually calculate a lot of things, maybe how you are burning your calorie, how many steps, how many hours walk have you had in a day, how many steps have you taken. All those things they can do them. Then Siri also, if you are somewhere, you could actually ask Siri, what level am I to the sea level, and it's going to give you those details. Using a personal assistant app on, for example, a smartphone that I talked about earlier, you can use that to schedule appointments. You can use them to manage your emails or send text messages. Like for example, we talked about Google Assistant earlier and Siri. You can say, Google Assistant, if you have just an Android phone and you have been exploring your Android phone, sometimes you don't need to probably type something. You may be driving and you can instruct your Google Assistant to call somebody, and you make mention of the name of the person, and you will see the phone being, the call being dialed, the number being dialed. So they function that way, that okay, call somebody, send text message to this person, and it's going to do that. So that is the place of artificial intelligence. Then we also have smart homes. How many of us have heard about smart homes before? Maybe if you are in real estate or you are into, I've heard a lot about smart homes. I don't know how many of us who have heard about smart homes before. What do you have to say about it? What's your knowledge about smart homes? What does it mean to you? Or smart offices? We can meet ourselves and share one or two things. Smart home.
I'm hearing this for the first time.
Okay. Smart home actually is like a home that okay, you can come in, madam.
Okay, I said I'm hearing this for the first time too, but I think I know that it's more like maybe a control.
Okay.
For lighting, for like because I remember a time that I watched a video where you can control your cooking, you can control your TV and so on, just with remote. So I think something around there, but I'm very smart on for the first time.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for your contributions. Now, smart homes and offices are actually homes and offices that are powered by automation. For example, there are some homes now that you don't have to go and switch off your light from wherever the switch is. You can just by just saying whatever you want, you can get them. So you can control your life. You can switch off. You can switch off your, thermostat or any of your cooking or no gas or anything. All right, by using voice command. Like for example, if you have a visitor, someone that you don't know, and the person is standing at your door, you could just tell the person, okay, they can scan the person's face, and if it looks like someone they've seen before, of course, if they want you to come in, okay, open the door. You don't actually have to leave your home. You don't, and at the same time, it's also used for the security purposes. You can control your home from anywhere you are. If I'm in the office and I want someone to drop something for me, I can open the door from my office. I can put on my camera from my office. I can start my car from my office, the car that I parked home. So we have all those things. Smart homes, they are homes powered by automation that you actually don't have to. I mean, there are even some, just like you said, there are even some movies that they will tell you that the chair, you can enter into a house now, and you won't see the chair, you won't see the fridge, you won't see anything, but they are there. But they are there. Those things are there. So you can just copy them and say, you can just copy them, and say, let's get the chair, let's get the fridge, let's have them. And you are going to have them coming up, right? So they are called smart homes. They are homes where you control everything. Things are powered by technology. Okay, so we've had different types of, automation and application artificial intelligence. But in this context, because artificial intelligence is very broad, okay, but I'm just trying to lay background for what we are trying to do. So, like I've explained, I said we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence, and the topic that we have before us is to talk about how to unleash its power to make more money and boost your productivity in year 2023. So, all these things that we've talked about, how can we use these tools to our own advantage? There are different applications that have actually been developed, okay? There are different applications that have been developed over time to function in a certain way. Some of these applications, some of us have used before. Some of these applications, some of us have used before, and some we have not, all right? Like, for example, how many of us have used this application before? How many of you've heard about ChatGPT, right? Have you tried to use that application? Let me hear from you.
Sorry, what did you call it?
ChatGPT.
No.
You haven't heard about it before?
Sorry for the chat.
Okay, so there are loads of artificial intelligence applications. There are some that actually help you write articles. Okay, like for example, we have different applications. Like for example, copy.ai. How many of us have heard about copy.ai before?
I haven't heard all these things. So I think I'm just trying to learn. So most of these things are new.
Okay. So what is this copy.ai? It's actually an artificial intelligence application based on website application. What's going on? Based on it's a web-based application that allows you to do certain things. For example, it helps you to write blog posts. It tells you to write, for marketers, you can use it to write email newsletters. You can use it to write, anything that you want to write, anything you can think of. Social media posts, blog posts, email, marketing, or what have you. You can actually, that is what and this application is actually leveraging on a particular API. This application is leveraging on a particular API, and that is OpenAI. So OpenAI is, like I said, OpenAI is, I think I talk about it in one of my blog posts. Okay, so OpenAI is actually a research institute right now, funded by quite a number of billionaires, and like Microsoft and Elon Musk and the rest of them. So they are actually an artificial intelligence research institute. So they are the brain behind Dale 2. They are the brain behind this chat GPT that we are talking about. They're also the brain behind quite a number of they also have another one, the chat, the Dale 2. We first of all had the Dale, then we have the Dale 2 now. So Dale 2, actually, what Dale 2 does is it allows you to generate image. Let's say, for example, you have an image, the idea of an image in your head, but you search all over the internet, and this idea you could not find. You search all over the internet, you couldn't find those ideas. What Dale 2 actually allows you to do is to generate your own image by just typing in prompt. Okay. We also have different applications that do the same thing. We have Midjourney. We have welcome, architect. So we have Midjourney, and we have Dale 2. Then we also have quite a number of other applications that I will also talk about here. And based on this application, based on OpenAI application, some other applications have been developed. All right, because they make their AI available, they make their API available. So quite a number of applications are leveraging on those applications. All right, are leveraging on those applications to develop their own applications. Like, for example, today, copy.ai that I just talked about is leveraging on their content generation application to provide, an easy to, an easy to use experience, simplifying user experience for end users. For example, you need to be able to write, you need to be very good with prompt before you can relate with OpenAI. Okay, but at the same time, we have some third-party applications that are actually, with a very good and easy to use, user interface, creating a better user experience, but leveraging on OpenAI applications. Different kinds of applications have been made, such is that copy.ai that I just talked about. But they leverage on their writing potential, their writing to do that. The same goes for another one. I don't know how many of us have seen this before, writer.me. We can actually unmute ourselves, and we can just make this interactive, and like we've been doing before. How many of us have heard about this before, writer.me? Writer.me is actually another AI-based application, web application. But what do? They help you to write. Okay, they help you to write whatever you want to write. Sometimes, somebody says something that this is year 2022. You don't have to be that creative to deliver. why does the person make that statement? It's because you have this artificial intelligence applications to help you get your job done. But how many people are actually aware about this? And to think of people who are actually aware about this, the next thing is that there are less people who are aware about it. And those of us who are getting to know of this earlier can actually go ahead to start using this application to our own advantage and make whatever money that we want to make. Like, for example, I'm coming back to OpenAI, ChatGPT, but I'm talking about some subsection of OpenAI that people are actually leveraging on right now to do whatever they want to do. So one of the things that you can actually, through which you can make money from those applications is number one, by leveraging on them to deliver on-demand services right now for businesses or for startups. Another advantage for these applications is that they cut across different industries. Tell me, we soon go practical on some of the things that I'm talking about. Just tell me, maybe you are into fashion, or you are into engineering, or you are into architect, or maybe you are an architect, or you are a designer, or you are a project manager, whatever. Just mention it. What you can use artificial intelligence to do is limitless right now. Of course, that may be like an exaggeration, but then it is true. Depending on how far you are with those applications, depending on how you can use those applications. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to write for, this is right out of me. We can write some of these websites and explore them later. This is copy.ai. Like I said, I will soon show us why some of these applications, I've explained earlier, that they're actually leveraging on OpenAI, because OpenAI is actually like the resource center, like the institute that actually powers some of these web-based applications to function. All these applications that you are seeing, what powers them to work is OpenAI API. It's OpenAI API, because OpenAI is very, very voluminous, and they have a large database, of myriads of databases that they are connected to. So this is the best you can use, and you also can do the same. You can have an idea, you can start thinking about, okay, there is an application that I can actually plug into to develop a product for the end user, and you start making money. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. So you can start thinking, for example, now, I want to deliberately talk about how you can use, I don't know, this application is telling me I have 1 minute remaining. So guys, in case the presentation disconnects, just try and reconnect with the same link. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So like I was saying, you can also start thinking about, okay, these applications are there. What can I do with them? And to simplify, some of the things that you can do with them, like I've said earlier, is to start productizing and developing, service-based products based on this application. Nobody is going to know where you are getting your job done from. Nobody is going to know, but they see you as a service provider. You take their money, then you use these things to get the job done. That's a business model, right? A number of us, we have heard about, drop servicing business model. Okay, so, but you can do drop servicing without even further to. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. Now, so you can actually use these applications. You can leverage on these applications to deliver those services. Let's say, for example, I am a digital. Sorry. Okay, so can we see my screen now?
Yes, you can see. I can see.
All right, so let's say, for example, I'm a digital marketer. All right, so these applications was actually developed. For example, OpenAI application was developed for digital marketers. Okay, so let's say, for example, what can I do as a digital marketer? I want to write email marketing, right? So let me go back to copy.ai. So when you come back to copy.ai, you need to register. Okay, you need to register and get started. Just click on get started. Have I logged in before? Does it seem I've logged in before? Okay, so you can continue, you can type your email address and you can continue with Google. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to continue, let's say I want to use one of my email addresses to log in. So okay, so guys, this is the interface, this is the back end of the copy.ai. So this
Excuse me, sir.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, what I see up on my screen is the Zoom. I mean,
What?
is the Zoom
Zoom.
in your browser. What I have on my own screen showing is your browser, Zoom.
Not copy.ai.
No, not copy.ai.
Is that what we see too? Is that what all of us are seeing?
Yes. See Zoom that is visible.
Oh my God. Now I see. What about this?
Okay, now it's copy.ai.
It's not copy.ai.
I think I log into another. I'm coming. Let me do that again. Okay. I'm coming, please. All right. So, are we on the same page now?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Copy.ai.
Yeah, thank you. So, we have there, these are things that I can actually do here. I can write blog posts. I can write Instagram captions. Now, if I come back to this side of the right side of the page where you have my cursor, you can see things I can write product descriptions. I can write description for product. I can write digital hard copy. Let's say I want to write for maybe Facebook ad. I want to write for Google ad. Then startups tools. Let's say audience refiner, brand mission. They can write all this for me. They can write. These are personal tools. Maybe I want to write a cover letter. I want to write a birthday card. I want to write a love letter. I know somebody will like this. Yeah. Now, email letter. I can write all this, okay, with these tools. Let's say, for example, if I click on create new project, So what is your product called? Okay, I can just say, let's say, for example, what product are we trying to do? Let's say my product is called Looking Beautiful Product. Describe your product. We sell organic products for working class women within the age range of 21 to 50. Okay, so choose a tone. I want the tone to be friendly. Okay, so if I click create content, let's wait and see this guy in action. So I'm scrolling down. Now, what this is writing for me right now is just writing a product description. Okay. Now look at what this copy is writing. It said at Looking so. We believe that cosmetics shouldn't cost a fortune and should be made for people who want to look beautiful. By sourcing the best ingredients from around the world and putting them in skincare product with a sustainable ingredient footprint, we are aiming to make your skin healthier. Now, I actually do not need to think of, again, I also have another one. We are all about empowerment, promoting women and encouraging them to let the inner goddess shine. We believe that what you wear shows more than your personality, but also the way you feel about yourself. You get what I'm saying now? So we design
Yes.
our product to be strong and beautiful, to look good, feel good, and work hard. Now, I can copy this. This is the description of our product. So if I'm trying to tell someone about what we do, I actually don't need, even if I don't know what I'm doing or I don't know my product, I actually don't need to be, racking my head. This guy is going to do this for me. Now, not only that, it can also write more. It can help me write the ad, whatever ad that I want to use. Then it can also write a blog post for me. Let me say, okay, blog tools. Let's say, okay, blog conclusion, blog ideas, blog intro, outline. So these are websites. These are examples of artificial intelligence applications that were in use before the launch. Before OpenAI decided to go public and make their chat GPT, accessible to the public. Now, for the sake of our time, let's now go to the main source of all ideas, chat.openai.com. I hope we can still see my screen.
Yes.
So,
You can see.
welcome to a new world. Welcome to a new world. Now, regarding content, okay, I was writing on regarding content. I was talking about chat GPT. Chat GPT right now can actually not give you image, cannot give you, what's it called? Cannot give you image. But they also have another application that can do that, which was DAL 2 that I talked about earlier. Okay, so this chat GPT, the way it works, just go to chat.openai.com. Then you can register and start doing something. Okay, so like I said during the the invitation for the webinar, I said we're going to be talking about different business models, okay, and how we can start those businesses in year 2023 from scratch. And that is what I'm going to be using this guide to do right now. How many of us are ready for this? Well, hi guys. Some
I'm
of us
ready.
are already aware
So,
about this. So, okay. Okay, so can somebody, okay, you don't even have to give me anything. Let me tell you how easy it is to come up with an idea, even if you don't know where to start. And that's why sometimes, webinars like this, we invite people, but you see less people coming up because people feel, even when you are not even charging them, they still know of the show because not many of, and this is one of the reasons why some of us will still have to hit and make more money before many people come to know about it because we don't look for information. We are only looking for a cooked and ready-made food where we can get free money. That maybe I'm just going on the road now, just find the money on the street and I pick it up. I mean, sometimes that is what we people, particularly, I don't know in some other cultures, but at least I've lived among my own people, so I know this is very peculiar to us. Okay, so I come to this chat GPT. I don't have an idea, all right? So I said, I like to reset this system. I like to reset it a lot. And the team behind this system, I was saying, hello, please, I'm thinking about, okay, let me erase it. Let's even assume that this person does not even have any thinking. Okay, let's assume that this human being does not have any thinking. Hello, please, I'm a graduate. I studied business administration. What business can I start as a graduate? Do you get what I'm saying now? Now, I'm a graduate. I studied business administration. What business can I start as a graduate of this discipline? Guys, let's see what we are going to have. As a graduate in business administration, we have a wide range of options for starting your own business. Some potential ideas include consultancy. You can start a marketing agency. You can start an online store. You can start an event planning. You can you just imagine this kind of a thing in your hands against year 2023? You can start a financial womb. Please, guys, I want us to unmute ourselves and unmute, ourselves, and let me just
Wow, this is very
so let me
amazing.
just see. I'm very sure perhaps architect Bola will probably use this a lot. But sometimes the way these things work, the way you knowing how to the kind of prompt to instruct this system is very, very important. Okay, so I want us to now we have made myriads of ideas before us that we can start, that we can start as a business, as a graduate of business administration. All right. Now, can we all conclude what option, if we are in this shoe, what option would we like to go for? Let's choose. Let's say we want to start
planning.
Yeah.
Financial planning.
Financial planning. Yeah. You said
Financial planning.
Financial planning. Okay, so
Yeah.
Financial planning. Good. Thank you for this. Like I said, you don't need to do this. I just like to do it anyway. I respect computer, I respect technology too. Thank you for this response. Okay, so financial plan. If you have a strong background in finance and accounting, you could start a financial planning business, helping individuals and businesses plan for their financial future, right? Thank you for this response. Can you write me business plan based on number 7. Are we good to go?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. Here is a sample business outline for financial planning business. Executive summary, market analysis, product and services, marketing and sales. You will, you can't have enough of this technology, right?
Wow.
Management and organization. In this section, I will, you will describe the structure of your business. I mean, if you went for a financial or career counseling, I mean, I don't know if they can do more than this.
Exactly.
No, some may not even get to this. This is
Exactly.
very
Detailed
Okay,
and
so what are we trying to do? We are trying to come up with a business model for year 2023, right? Okay, so sure, here is a sample business plan. So I can copy this, okay, and put it in my Word document and come back. Executive summary. This is a brief overview of your business, including your mission, target, and key objectives. Okay. So write more on number 1. Okay. Enter. Certainly, here is a sample executive summary for financial planning business. Our financial planning firm, XYZ Financial, you just look for the name, is dedicated to helping individuals and families achieve their financial goals through comprehensive planning and Can we see what exactly is going on here? Okay, so we have our executive summary rating. Okay. I'm just telling you that 2023, you have no reason to be stranded as a person, honestly speaking. Okay, so we have our executive summary rating. If we are not okay with it, do you get? We can say thanks, but write me 2 more samples. Wow. So that we can juxtapose and know that, okay, what we have right now, we need to do something more. Okay. Do you want me to go ahead or we should just continue?
Please go ahead.
But write me 2 more samples. Certainly, here are 2 additional sample executive summary for financial planning business. Sample 1. At ABC Financial, we believe that everyone deserves access to professional planning. Madam Okwe, we are going to start a company together based on this deal.
Yes, so no, we are already.
What did you say?
I said we have it in plan already, and this is coming to reality.
All right, guys. So we have sample 2 at DEA Financial. We understand financial planning can be overwhelming and confusing, which is why we take a holistic approach to helping our clients reach their financial goals. Our team of certified financial planner, Oluwamiye, offers a range of services, including retirement planning, investment strategy, estate planning to help our clients, blah, 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 blah. So we have this. All right. Then we have written our executive summary. Wow. So do you guys want me to put this into a document so that we can read them later and have what we do today?
Yes, so please.
Or we should just continue?
No. Please. Have a document.
So that we can have that. This is what we use as an experiment in this webinar, and people can see for themselves. Let me open a new document, doc.new. Um, okay, okay, so this is a sample. This is our prompt. Hello,
Of course, it's
I am a
over.
graduate of business. I got no job and I have no idea what to do with my life. This guy will take us from here. This guy gave us different ideas of what we can do. All right. So we can copy.
Hey. Wow. No more sleepless nights, oh my brother.
No more sleepless nights.
I have got to the original.
So you will come back and pay me tithe.
No problem. You're always my boss.
Okay,
Wow.
so here, let me just delete this guys, and okay, I think we're good to go now. All right, regenerate response, don't worry about that. All right, so let's go back to the class. Now we have our executive summary written, right? So what else do we have to write? Our market analysis. Okay, so let's come back and say, write me market analysis for this option.
Hey, the first time I used AI was I had this analysis work that I needed to deliver.
Here is a sample. Here is a market sample. The financial planning market is expected to continue growing in coming years, driven by factors such as increased in the year XYZ area. The financial planning market is highly competitive. Our primary target market is individuals and families in the XYZ area with net worth of 2 or more. Can we see the magic that's going on here?
Sorry, sir.
Now, another thing that we can do with this is that if you are not okay with what has been written, we can just say, go on. Certainly. Continued. You see what's going on? Like if I'm talking to you and I'm saying that, okay, please, sir, continue talking. Yeah. We anticipate strong competition from established financial so. This is also trend towards specialization and stuff like that. Overall, we believe the financial planning market in XYZ, something. Okay. So let's continue. So are we seeing what's going on here? Let's see.
Oh, yeah. So can we jump to financial plan? I think number 7. So I just wanted to see how he's going to respond.
You said?
Can we jump to on the business plan, financial plan? I think that should be number 7 on the list.
Yeah, we are on financial planning now.
Yeah, I mean, we're writing a business plan or financial planning, and the business plan contains financial plan. Can you go back to?
Okay, so we should go to products and services. Okay, we are on
financial plan number 6. Yeah, that's number 6.
Number 6, right? Financial plan.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to instruct it again. Write the financial plan, right? startup cost, rent and utility, $10,000. Legal profession, startup cost, 20,000. Year one, revenue, expenses. Are we, I mean, what can we say about what we are seeing here? What can we say about what we are seeing here right now? Miscellaneous in year two. So it even gives you like 3 or 5 years projection of the financial planning projection, right? This is just a sample financial plan, and your actual financial performance may vary depending on a range of factors. It is important to review and update your financial plan regularly to ensure that it reflects the current state of your business. But right here, we have our financial plan. Okay. So guys,
Is it possible it represents those figures in Naira?
this is, of course, we have to do that because this is not, I don't think the application was done, but let's try. It's not impossible, but let's try it out. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Even if it does that, I don't think the information will be accurate because it's not connected to the internet.
Okay, I think we should, let's try, let's give it a try. Okay, you said what?
It's not connected to the internet, so you cannot determine the current rate of conversion.
Okay, but let's just give it a try. Let's say write the financial plan, right?
Yes.
In Naira, right? Is that what we are saying?
Yes, please.
So let's try. Certainly, here is the sample financial plan in business. Startup cost 3 million Naira.
Wow. Hey. Hey, I'm broken my back. So, one other question, please. Can we discuss on those images? The one that you said that can help you to design your images, like maybe you check online, this says.
All right. Oh my God,
So,
your meeting will end in 10
one
minutes.
moment. Also, one moment.
Okay.
I just want to draw attention to the fact that ChatGPT sometimes make errors with arithmetic. Yeah, so we cannot completely rely on the figures. Anywhere you have to do calculations, we should be careful. In fact, when you first load the page, you will see some notifications they put up there that at times it may give you information that is not factual. So you need to actually verify the correctness of numbers, especially, and facts it gives.
Yeah, of course. I can't really show off. I cannot really thank you for that, brother. Now, I'm not even sure of maybe rent and utilities for office space. This is 3.6 million. I mean, that figure is too way on the high side for a new startup or for a startup, right? So we can as well see that we still probably have to do some finishing touches on this sample, but this is giving us a sample so that we can have an idea of things to do. Like, for example, I could start putting in, like, for example, I know now that I need rent and utilities. I know now that I need furniture and office equipment. I know now that I need to have marketing budget, right? I will need the legal and professional fees. Some of these costs would probably have to, have to break down. You still have to do some finishing touches based on the resources that is available. And I think it's actually made it known down here. Okay, it says this is just a sample financial plan, and your actual financial performance may vary depending on a range of factors. It is important to review and update your financial plan regularly to ensure that it reflects the current state of your business. I mean, net income, 21 million. How many businesses, how many startups can actually boast of spending 1.8 million Naira on marketing on an advertising for a month or for a year. How many business can do that? The whole business that some people even have is just maybe 500,000 or 1 million naira business. You get. So thank you for bringing that to our remembrance. All right. So
Yeah.
okay, question.
I think it still boils down to what you started with, that AI is not actually eliminating the place of human interventions. So
That's
when
right.
we have like this, it's just to help us and to give us a very, this is awesome. It's very fantastic. It's going to really, really um reduce our stress. So I'm grateful for this. So I believe most of these things may not really be exactly what we need. So we just do some little adjustments. So
Yeah.
I'm just to buttress on that point. Then I am let me just ask this question. I one thing I have come to realize when it comes to use of advanced technology, especially when it comes to asking questions and getting responses like this is, I realize is the issue of plagiarism. I'm bringing this because I'm into research, and I know how that that is very, very, very crucial. So how can we deal with plagiarism in this context, especially when you have to? I believe if someone, just my thought anyways, if someone is coming to ask the same set of question, person might have the same set of answer. You understand? So how, and if the editing too, if we are editing and we are doing it in the same setting, are trying to put it, if like now maybe I'm building a business plan in my locality, and I'm working with this. Someone else is also doing that. You understand? So how are we sure we are not going to plagiarize? We are not going to replicate each other's work at the end of the day. I don't know if you understand.
All right. So that's a good question actually. When I wanted to get this webinar, there were a lot of ideas in my head because there are lots of things that you can use this machine for, this application for. So I'm thinking that am I going to be coming from, like, if you want to use it as a student or maybe as a graduate student, or if you want to use it as a business manager, or if you want to use it as a lecturer, or you want to use it as whatever, tailor the application to your own field and to your own need. So I have this struggle of settling with what to do. I can actually, so that's the reason I am taking this as an example to set it for us that we can actually contextualize this application to our own need and to our own situation. Okay, so that is for that. Initially I was thinking in my head that I'm going to be using this as I'm a product designer. Let's say, for example, I'm a business developer. I'm trying to act like a business developer who can give somebody an idea and still contextualize the idea and develop the idea into a business plan and give it to the person, and probably even take ideas on how the person can raise funds for that idea, of which you can also. So I decided to just come from this angle, okay, just to be able, because there are so many things that you can do. So that is that. I don't know if that resonates with us. So regarding the idea of plagiarism, I don't know. For me, I don't think ChatGPT has that issue. Nobody, even if if I have an output now and I ask you to write the output, or I ask the same question,
it's going to be different.
Twice, yeah.
I was just supporting what you said, that you can ask the same question twice and get a totally different answer response.
Oh wow! All right.
So you don't actually have the problem with can't hear you.
What really makes your output unique, your prompt?
Oh, please, can you come again once the network is fully back?
Hello, okay. Yeah, I said the prompt actually makes your own output unique. At times, even before getting its own, like when you started out, okay, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I think it's better now.
Hello?
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
better
better.
now.
Yeah, you know.
Hello?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I think it's gradually becoming better than before.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it will come and join us. I think the time is even. Oh my God, I didn't really plan this, but then it's okay. So we'll probably join again. Okay. I mean, I have to. I mean, we have so much to learn actually, but what I just have to do, I hope we've addressed the question that forget about the plagiarism thing.
Yes, I understand now.
You
Even
can't
the fact
write.
that we're still going to be contextualizing it
Yeah.
would make it different from.
Yeah, even if yourself, if you have your system here and you have your phone here and you're asking two questions, I mean same question different ways, you will still have different results. Okay, you are back. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Let's just continue because
I
of
think it's a
time.
network issue.
Yes.
Okay, so from here we can see that we have an idea. You can just represent this on your maybe on your Excel sheet and contextualize the issue into your own business. How much budget do we have? How do we do this? Do you get now? So do we have any other question? Are you back, architect? All right, so this, okay, can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Huh?
Yes, I can see. We can see.
Okay, so this is what, so depending on what you want to do, there are a lot of, if you want to use this as a, you know, for let's say for example, in a research or something, it can do the assignment in such a way that you can even ask it to write the references and the citation for it. So that is one way by which you can use it as a, maybe as a student or something. But at the same time, you still need to make sure that we must be able to as well use, you know, our creativity and our genuinity and our uniqueness. We must be able to bring in our voice into what we are doing. But what this guy does is to make sure that you never run out of ideas when it comes to things to do. All right. So we can actually walk all this through. Now, if we want to stop here, which I believe that I've not even achieved what I would love to, because I actually wanted us to probably come up with something tangible that we can do. Like from here, we will leave this place with quite a number of ideas in our mind that, see, I'm going to do this and I have power, I have tools in my hand already to get it done. I mean, if we are to go for a consultant to help us or an expert to advise us, can we even afford to pay their money? The answer is no. But with this, you can actually have, you know, ideas, and all you need to do is just to be able to be creative with things that this can provide for you. So I don't know. I really wish that I could see. I still have so many other things I want to talk about, but it seems that, you know, this maybe internet or or some other thing, and time is already against us. And I just noticed I cannot cover everything in just like a one webinar like this. Okay. So, but I wanted to talk about some other thing, but I mean, let me see. If you have questions, let me talk. Let me listen to it. You have questions?
We may have, I don't know if it's possible that we have another session, maybe where we can explore this particular tool more.
Okay.
And I think with this already, we are excited about it, and we are going to also go on our own to explore it and make the best out of it. So, but if
All right.
it's possible, we have another section where we
Okay,
can
so
do and just build on this. So it will
okay.
be
Okay.
well.
Okay. And there's a question here. Which app did you say one can use to generate a picture to describe a scenario which is not accessible around on? Now, the time, like I said, we have Midjourney. Midjourney. Can we see on the screen, on the chart? Yeah? Can we see Midjourney on the screen?
Yes,
I've
please.
sent it to the chat.
I've seen it.
Midjourney. You can use Midjourney or OpenAI. Deal 2. But OpenAI Deal 2, I may still probably come back and take us around there. Even Midjourney, they have their own things that you actually need to learn how it works. And I have so many things I actually want to talk about today, but man, time is not our friend. Time is not, because I still have, talk about lexical, talk about interior AI, but maybe, like we said, maybe can we have this session some other time? Let me know what we think about it. You can talk about it on the group when you probably want us to have this session again. Okay. So thank you guys for this, for making yourself available. And I'm really sorry for the network issue. And if we're going to do this again, please guys, just let me know on our group. That group, we actually need to revive the group again. There are so many code watching people. Thank you, Madam Ope. Since you did today, you have to invite people and all that. So let's go around and let's continue the conversation on the group. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.